Right. Good morning, everyone. Today is the 15th of July. It's a Tuesday. It is the fourth trading day on this account and the fifth live stream. I've imported the broker statements to TradeWiz to get a nice overview how the trading was so far. On the right, you can see a little calendar plugin. In the calendar plugin, we have 77.11 and plus $119. So 3 winning days so far. Total wins 12, total losses 12. So about 50% win-loss rate. Yeah, what can we mention? Maybe highest winners or biggest losers are quite okay from the size. Each and every one is below 3%, mostly below 2%. And our largest winners are above 3%, 3.5 even. So in the extremes, the trading is valid so far. It fits into the risk profile of this rather small account. Okay, market has already opened. Let's have a look at the DAX. Huh. Okay, yeah, I also spent a lot of time yesterday to fix the microphone. I hope everything is yeah, sounding good and the quality is fine and there's no cutouts of any sorts. But please let me know if there's anything wrong. I try to monitor it from time to time. Okay. I think my screen was not showing before. So I was sharing with you the TradeWiz view, the dashboard, um, the last few days here. The win rate over here, about 50%. Biggest winners, um, biggest losers, all within normal parameters from my point of view. Mostly headwinds trading the DAX, some in SPX500 and some in the NAS100. Okay, so let's get the levers from yesterday. Five minutes, please. So yesterday we had continuous buying into the close of the ERIC session and then continuous buying until like 8 in the evening. So we have a gap up of about 60 points. Yeah, what else? Overnight session, pre-market highs, tapped into the highs of Friday's trading range around the close. So that has been tested now. It's good. That was a magnet. Yeah. Regarding news, inflation rate in the afternoon on the US market and economic sentiments at 11. Not sure if this has a really huge impact, but we should be aware of it. Okay. So it seems for now we're continuing the move down from Frankfurt open hours from about an hour and 10 minutes ago. Micro double top pre-market, as I said before, tapping into the range from Friday, and reasonable magnet is close price. Let's see if we get that far. So for now we have a lot of overlap. Tells me that this will not be a strong bear trend. But I probably need a wide stop. Okay, price didn't get far below R1. Mhm. It's not a great signal bar to buy above. So we have the inferred pullback here, which you have to imagine on the 5-minute. Uh, are some of you also listening in the Brooks trading room? The live room? Because I try to not talk as much on Tuesday to Friday, Thursday. Yes, you are. Good morning, Javier. Okay, so we are in this 50-point range. After the gap up, we still have a gap of about 19 points, 18 points. I am waiting for a good buy opportunity, as are probably a lot of other bulls. And bar 4 is an inside bar breakout mode. But yeah, overall, everybody's probably waiting for lower prices. Yeah, Tom Hugert's advanced school run strategy signals are popping up here. Especially when you have a lot of overlap. Like here, I really wouldn't recommend to trade it unless you're using a wide stop and are willing to switch directions, like at least 2 times. So I will just disable them. Bar 4 would be the breakout bar for this. Buying above, selling below, stop on the other side. Very mechanical. And we're fully in the overnight range so far. Above the highs of yesterday. It's not the place where I want to take a mechanical entry. But what I like with those technical or like mechanical strategies is that you understand quite quickly that there's always a reason for a trader or for a computer to enter the market. And with good trade management, you can usually get profit out of it. But I don't have unlimited liquidity, so I will not trade like that. Okay, so now we go below 4. Some people see this as a bear trend here from the open. Sell below this inferred pullback here. Pullback here, not inferred. And sell below 4. So 60 points so far, 0.25% price change, not a lot. Mhm. It looks to me on the 1 minute that we will go quite quickly back into this level here. It's just a short breakout, but I might be wrong. So what else is going on? Sometimes like to trade, but usually I just check the FTSE, how it's doing. Yesterday it was a nice precursor to the bull moves we had in DAX. Today similar, going a bit lower. Similar to the DAX right now. Okay, so we are already back into the range. As expected, when you see so much price action on the one level, it's usually a magnet already. Let me move this a bit to the side. What I'm always looking at is also the FDAX chart in TradingView. And I think it's quite interesting that we see a lot of differences in the detail on the charts. What tells me that I should not care about how big is the body of a doji. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, the differences are quite dramatic, and they're even greater if you look at the lower time frames, which can be helpful at times when you, I don't know, let's have a look at the 1 minute. Oh, this is now a good example, but what the CFD charts will do, they will fill usually all the gaps. Here it's a bit smaller, but still visible on the CFD chart. And when the price is moving faster, you will see a lot of gaps on lower time frames, which reflects more realistically the real order book rate of the FDAX. So that's what I also like to do when I'm a bit unclear of what the market is trying to tell me. I like to have more information, and that's what I look at. I don't look at level 2 order books. I don't care about that. The flow, I can anyway see it in the candles. Okay, let's move back to 5 minute. So we could call it a 2-bar reversal, close enough. This will be a good buy signal. People are already buying above. So if this is our signal bar, this will be the entry bar. Let's see how it closes and can look for a late entry. So price is trying to hold there. A close above prior bar would be great. Now I'm thinking, okay, is it something bullish that we didn't reach the close price of yesterday? So we have a positive gap. And is it reasonable to already start buying? What is my expectancy on the trade? Probably about 40, 45%. If I go long above 7 and stop below 5. So here we can place the trade. Or do we have one leg down, second leg down, larger pullback above the first, above the second leg down, and then the third leg? Let's see. So the stop is about 50 points away, could be a bit tighter. And we have about 1% of risk. Just a regular trade to see if bar 5 and 6 are building the low for the next couple of bars at least. Yeah, what would be the bear case to look at this? They're still holding their shorts and want to sell again around the open price, expecting some form of double top here, but it's very unlikely. It's in the middle of this range, so it's more reasonable to think that this is the trading range for now, and we have a target up here for partial take profits, or depending on the reaction, maybe even continue higher, continue the move from yesterday. So yeah, looking at the 15-minute chart now to zoom out a bit. Let's place the stop at the appropriate level, a few points away here. So just a side note, because we're just watching the trend unfold, or the trade unfold. Yesterday, a friend of mine made me aware of that it might have been a 15-minute charge day, because he traded, or he looked at the 15-minute bear bars that created a gap above the 20 EMA and identified that was as great shorts in an otherwise a bit hard to trade area if you look at it at the 5-minute. I don't know if you traded this short yesterday up here. I tried, and eventually I think I got in here. So if I would just have looked at higher time frames, I would have probably be fine with entering here already. But then also I had to endure the pullback. Yeah. What else yesterday? I then left for the afternoon and came back around here, 5. Saw this spike down, bought it around here again, and then I had to leave the screen for a meetup, and I decided against leaving the trade open, which in hindsight would have been smart. But yeah. All right, Pavel, noted. But I think you were not wrong. I checked in the morning, and I think I did improve some settings. So it was good that you told me that there might be some issue. Thanks for that. Okay, so we are still in the trade. We have 3 consecutive bull bars, closing on its high. Yeah, closing at least above its midpoint with some wick, which is reasonable because it went above the open. Makes sense that we have some sell orders there or profit taking. Direction is definitely always in long. There was not a large pullback, so people already put their orders in a bit below the close of bar 8. So price moved how far? About 24, 25 points away from us. Okay. I was measuring this because a lot of traders think like, okay, the trade went in my direction for, I don't know, some arbitrary number, 30, 40 points, and then I automatically set it to break even. Well, Al Brooks will probably tell you there's always a good place for an appropriate stop, and it's for sure not 30 points or 40 points all the time. But yeah, I get it. To trade defensively, I do it sometimes too. But here we should definitely stay in. Got a really nice buy bar, bull bar. Okay. So Trader Benji in the chat posted that it looks similar to 12th of March today. Let us have a look at the 12th of March. This is 12th of March 2025. 10-minute bar. Small move down, continuous uptrend. Large pullback. Okay. So how much Rs do we get on the open range? 2.5. So just as an idea, keep in mind. That would be so So here's 1R up here. Yeah, sorry, the tool always resets its setting. Okay. So 1R is above the overnight range. 2R is back into the range of the open price of Friday. Okay. So what do we have now? 4 consecutive bull bars, bear bar forming. Let's see if it will be bought around the trend line. Let's put it here. Bulls don't want the price to go below 9. If we add here, it would be 15 points away from our entry. Let's have a look. Where is the 50% level? It's about at our entry level. Okay. So the first pullback, let's see if we'll get bought. Would be reasonable to have a buy order here below this bar. I'm already in quite a similar position. So I will not buy there again. Some people will buy above the pullback, and some will just buy the close of this bar. High probability setup. We had this trend line here, broke briefly below. People buying it if makes sense to do so. Okay, first pullback is complete with a nice wick. Downside. Let me get rid of this. So I'm just checking the different time frames to also get a feel for them in case the market slows down and 5 minute doesn't offer any good opportunities. Okay, so we briefly tested above bar 10. Closes like this, we can expect high 1 to have failed. Price is still holding here. Now nothing to worry about for the bulls. Ah, okay. Thanks, William. That explains the deleted messages in the chat. So I'm not sure about this yet, because of course there's not a lot of things going on in the stream. Do you actually want some background music, or do you anyway have your own music playing? In case you have an opinion on that. Okay. Price try to move up again. All right, thanks, Pavel. So 1 more minute on this bar. Price went briefly below again, got got bought up quite quickly. Probably needs another braver down here. Let's see, 10-minute chart. It's very healthy. Four consecutive bull bars. Price is holding above the last bar. It's a very bullish sign for me. Yeah, inside bar, breakout mode, probably to the upside. So the chart has given every trader plenty of opportunities to enter. So that's good. We want a move down again and then aggressive buying. I think on the 10 minutes we didn't get below yet. 5 minutes we did, so people buying below 12. And price going right up there. So what I could do, you could of course wait for price to go a little bit lower, add on, reduce the risk on the original position. So now price went below 10-minute bar here. It's very briefly. Yeah. Not even by half a point. So now people are also looking at a measured move, maybe. Putting the 50% marker on the high of the fourth bull bar. And we can move 50% down to the pullback. So measured move would be for me above here, where we already have the level marked. Fits the conference. Yeah, resistance from Friday. Yeah. So up here is high. Is the range on Friday, where we had a lot of tight price action, tight trading range. Yeah, it's a new week. I only tested it twice with not a lot of liquidity, so let's see how it will unfold now. Yeah, the regular trading hours, we are just a couple of points away from the 20 EMA. On the futures charts, it's twice as far. There's the touch now. So we got the 4 bull bars, tight range on the top, held the price for a long time, couldn't get higher highs, price breaking to the downside. Let's see how far it comes. We already measured before the 50% pullback area, which is right around our entry above bar 7. Okay, so if you want to add here aggressively, why not? Let's see. But I have to reduce the risk on the second one. It's not the perfect stop placement, but I want it there. So yeah, what I'm looking at is if this is just a brief pullback and price is already holding bar 15. Yeah, share my emergency contacts in case the stream stops. That's funny. Okay. Yeah. So what I was saying, if price goes below 15 again, I would probably reevaluate this and just, I don't know, close it with a small loss. I'm still confident in the swing entry, but yeah. Yeah, so everyone was waiting for a good pullback with a better price for the possible breakout. They got their pullback. Let's see if we get enough buying. So if I was an aggressive bear and I immediately sold bar for 14, I would be disappointed now. And I'm thinking, okay, does it make sense to open another short on the high of bar 13 and expect a small pullback to exit break even? Uh, I probably wouldn't, and I would probably exit if this bar closes anywhere where it is right now. And I would just take the L. Um, and you would have lost only half your risk. So yeah. So yeah, shorting bar 15 and then closing the position at the 50% level of bar 15 and also closing the original short on bar 14 would have already given you a break even now. Yeah, you're not giving up that easily. Okay, so we dipped below R15. That's not good for our ad. Also not good for the swing. And look at our entry. 50% pullback of the leg up. Let's see if we get a reaction there, because the first pullback was obviously not enough. So now we hit the 50% level. Close enough, at least. Let's see if that is enough. Seems like it. Okay. So we got aggressive buying from down here. We touched the 50% pullback of the always in long bull leg. High probability order here. I was already in this trade, so I didn't add here. I added above here because I thought this might be only a brief pullback. Went then a bit further. My add stop was a bit below the 50% level, so below the R8. I will now move it on the slightly below the wick of R16. I will also do this for my original entry, so it's close to break even. Yeah. Yeah, if it goes below, it goes below. It's fine. So for now, everything is holding as expected. The trend, of course, tries to keep you out, so you have to buy later and accelerate the trade further. CPI is at 230. In 37 minutes, we have some economic sentiment index update for Germany. I never looked at this in my research, so I don't know if any of you had done research on the recent ZEW economic sentiment index releases. I'm happy to hear it, but okay. So the bears who shorted bar 14 got out. Bears that shorted below 13 got 1 hour, so they're happy. They're waiting for higher prices now. Bulls who got scared out are probably buying above 17 or bought 17 already. I'm just curious if we get a clear breakout of this range or not. The future chart candles look also a bit more bullish. Bar 16 especially has a bull body as well, and a long wick. Okay, moving the cursor. I'm still alive. All right, so we broke out. We had a nice ad. And I remeasured this actually, so the pullback here never really reached the 50% level, which also gives me a good indication that it's a strong trend. If I wasn't in yet, I would probably have bought 17 at the close with a tighter stop. Already reached 1 hour, could take partial profits already. The stop is still at this location for me. I want a nice breakout, good closes, could move it then below 17 and ignore this wick. But the difference is so minuscule, I wouldn't even bother. Okay, so now we are at the overnight high. It would be reasonable to take partial profits above 18 in my mind. Regarding the fundamental confluence, I see mostly bullish charts in the DAX, so it's fine for me. Mm, okay. So what I was just saying, selling above 18, uh, first pullback, price got up here again, which was reasonable to take some profit up there. Price was only briefly there. So now we got a pullback back into the range, but we could say it was already the first pullback here. Let's see if it gets bought again. Okay, what is happening? We got a brief dip below 18. Some of the late entries of bulls might have exited. Um, to me, it looks still okay. I don't want to exit. It's reasonable when the market is that slow that we need some pullbacks to move further up. So we only made about 8 points on the leg up here, second leg or third leg, however you want to call it. It's not a lot. Eh, maybe the market is a little bit in hesitation mode because of this news in 23 minutes, but I don't really think so. Just taking its time. What we can do is we can protect a bit of our gains. Half the position. So the edge would be a bit below break even. And the original entry is slightly in profit, about 0.3%. And we have a little breathing room below bar 19. Okay. All right. I've been streaming for over 100 minutes. I think I need a break and do some other things. Let's see if I get one nice clear move or get stopped out here. In the next maybe, I don't know, 18 minutes. Could also be interesting to see and wait if the news is anybody is holding back somebody. Yeah. I wouldn't buy here, so I can also see that it will take some time. Yeah, it's pulling lower. I will probably close the ad here and leave this one below 19, and I will take a break, leave the screen on, and see if I can comment on the outcome. I don't have a lot of time to trade today, so I'm happy with a small profit as well. I only have until 11 and a bit, so yeah, be right back. All right, I'm back. Our stop is holding so far for the swing position. Let's see if we can actually close higher here. HHW, if you're still in the stream, I'm using Tom Hugert's Trade from Charts tool. You can find it in his Telegram channel for the resources. I think it was linked somewhere already in the chat. Here. If you search for Trade from Chart in our chat, you will find it. So I did that and I linked this message here. So it definitely doesn't look like a healthy trend. Slow. Okay, so this tells me I don't want to be in this trade any longer. I'm closing it here. I will also end my trading session for the day. I have other things to do, so I will not be able to trade later this afternoon as well. I'm taking the win. It's about 20 euros, 1% of the account, so plus 1%, 2 trades, 2 in profit, and about 40 points made on the day. And yeah, that's it. I hope you could get some value out of the session. I hope you made some profit, or at least learned something from today. All right. Take care, everyone. I wish you a good Tuesday. And yeah, maybe see you tomorrow. All right. Take care. Bye bye.